dreamers who stopped by Dawn Dares to Dream today to see what we're all about. Well, let me give you a brief summary of my purpose here on my channel. My goal is to help inspire and motivate adults to dream again. Because as we go through life and take on our different roles and responsibilities, we tend to put our dreams on the back burner. And my goal is to help you pick those dreams back up and to pursue them again. Today, we are actually going to make a sweet potato hash. As you know, I have been expanding my wings, broadening my horizons, and I have added a brunch playlist. Well, this month, I'm going to focus more on that list and add items to it. So at least one day out of the week, you are going to be getting a brunch dish. So today is sweet potato hash, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an over medium egg on top. So let me tell you what goes in this dish because it is extremely simple. Of course, we have our sweet potato. If you can buy the organic variety, they are a lot sweeter. And they have a lot more intense flavor, and the color is typically deeper in organic sweet potatoes. These are regular sweet potatoes, but organic sweet potatoes are the way to go. We're also gonna use some bacon. The recipe called for ham. I don't have ham, so I'm gonna use bacon. Of course, we have our eggs, and then we're gonna dice up some onion as well. And we're going to saute it all in some olive oil. And we're gonna season, of course, with some salt and pepper, Himalayan rock salt. You know I love that. And we're gonna add in some ground cinnamon and some cayenne that's gonna help kick it up a little bit. This is how simple this dish is, and it will take all of maybe 15 minutes to prepare it because the sweet potatoes take a little bit longer to cook. But see how simple this is? This is one of those dishes that you can add to your brunch menu. Also, today we are going to talk about the law of attraction. Throughout my videos, I have woven in law of attraction principles. In my Key to Activating the Law of Attraction Action Guide, I have also given you some tips on how to activate the law of attraction in a positive way, because as you know, it's always working. It's a natural universal law. It's always working. The question is, have you activated it to be positive, or is it working in a negative manner in your life? So today I'm going to talk about some of the simple principles or elements of the law of attraction that I use, but the way I use them my way. I've read several books. If you ask me which they were, I couldn't tell you today, to be honest, because I read the books, I digested them, and then they became a part of me. So I'm going to give you some of my tips and explain it from my point of view to help you understand that the law of attraction is something that is naturally happening and that it is intended for us to use in a positive manner. But some of us have not been taught that. And I wasn't taught that until my early 20s. So now I teach my son those principles without calling them law of attraction, but just saying, you know you want something, ask for it, go for it, expect to receive it. Because that's kind of in a nutshell what the law of attraction is. But as we proceed in this video, I am going to give you more explanation and detail on what the law of attraction means to me and how I use the elements of the law of attraction in my life. I've taken the time to go ahead and dice up the sweet potatoes, because what we're going to do now is we're going to boil them some. We want to let them soften a bit. If we try to saute the cubes of potato, we could do it, but it'll take a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this in the boiling pot of water behind me. I already started that as well, and get these softened. And then I'm going to dice up the onions for the hash. And we're going to continue to talk about my experience with the law of attraction. So I am probably going to, I may dice up this whole onion. I'm not sure. I have to see what it looks like from the first half of the dice, and then I'll see if I'll dice up the entire second half. Now, I was introduced to the law of attraction by my aunt, I'm going to say like in my early 20s. And the initial introduction was a bit strange. I didn't really get it, but I've always been an individual open to truth wherever you can find it. So I was primed and ready to receive because I was looking for my life to change. Now, I believe initially there was a woman who talked about, or her specialty was you attracting money in your life. So the abundance was tangible money. So there was a book, I don't remember it, that this young lady had written, and we read the book, and it talked about all these things that you needed to do to attract money into your life. Now, I know that may sound strange or odd to some people, but think about it. There's nothing wrong with money. We all need money. Money is what makes the world go round. There's nothing we can do in this world without money. No one's saying that we love money, but what we are saying is that money is vitally important to making a successful life here on this earth and leaving a legacy that your family can use from years to come. So money is very important. So don't take it like, oh my God, money, a book about money, attracting money. We all want more money in our lives. You know, it's like the more money we have, the more money we spend, the more money we need. So that being said, we'll put that aside for all the naysayers out there. And I'll continue to talk about this reading. So she talked about like kind of being in tune with money and doing things like, I know you're gonna think this is crazy, smelling money. Now, when are you gonna smell money? Why are you gonna put your nose on some dirty money? Why are you smelling money? The goal that she was doing was to get us in the vibration of attracting money. And the way the law of attraction works at its simplest forms, that what we think about the most is what we receive, is what we manifest, is what we have or what we become. That we think about the most. So what she was trying to do is put money at the forefront. We are always taught that, we've been taught that money is bad. You can't love money. You know, the love of money is the root of all evil, but we interpret that as the money is the root of all evil. And we have all these negative connotations about money. So everything that she was having us do may have been strange, but it was helping us to change our mindset about money and to relax about money and to just feel and be one with money. And so we did a lot of different things, and I'm giving you this example because I want you to understand that there was a point where in the book, it talks about, you know, there being money, that unexpected money that you have is here now. So I said, okay, well, where's this money at? Because at the time I was broke. You know, I was living on Baltimore Street in that apartment above the stores. You know, if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, I didn't have any money. You know, I was waiting tables. I didn't have any money. And what are you talking about, lady? This money. Where's this money at? So the irony of all of that, guys, is I had boxes that I had not unpacked in my apartment. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. But I had boxes. So something said to me, or my subconscious, whatever you want to call it, God, said to me, go through that box. I went through a box and I found a check. I don't remember how much money this check was. I found a check. The check happened to be expired. You know how they expire after a certain time? So I had to call the people who had written me the check and get them to send me another check. But the point I'm making is I was so focused on money and in tune with this teachings was saying that I went through that box and I found money. So I became an instant believer because this woman wasn't in my house hiding money under the sofas and under the rug and under the bed and under the pillow. There was money that was already there that I found. But when you are focused on something, it happens. And that's all the law of attraction is about. It's about opening your mind and saying, knowing that you want something, stating that you want it, and then all of a sudden you are extremely focused on obtaining that thing. And because you're focused, you open your mind to different opportunities that were already there, but now you see them because you have decided to focus with intention. And you know how I continually talk about that. Now, I'm also, just to take a step back, I'm sharing this with you because I want you to understand on a lighter side of things that the law of attraction is something that is already working, that we're already using, and it's practical. It's it's a logical thing for me. I'm a very analytical person. I always have been my entire life. I've been a person who questions things, and I don't just believe any old thing. Down to I've questioned my Christianity, my religion, and why I believe in God. I mean, I've questioned, you know, I have short natural hair because I questioned why did I have straight permed hair when I was a teenager. Do you understand? Like, I'm always questioning everything. So I don't necessarily say I walked into this and I bought into the hype of the law of attraction. But what I am saying to you is there are principles of things that will work for you. But it's about the action that you are willing to take. And I've read several books, can't really name them, don't remember, that have helped guide me on techniques on how to attract things in my life. The wonderfulness of this all is because of my personality and who I am and just the way that I think, love, breathe, and move. The law of attraction was something that was easy for me to understand and tap into and get and connect with. And I'm here to give a little bit of an explanation from my point of view. There are plenty of books out there that you can go and read. I'm going to do some more research to help you and show you maybe some things that you can read that can help you shore up your belief if you believe in the law of attraction, but it hasn't been working. But remember, I have those 10 keys to activating the law of attraction. So if you believe in the law of attraction and been trying to use it in a positive manner and it hasn't been working, you may have some things that are preventing you from doing that. And I say those things are 3 things: pain, hurt, and trauma that we need to release, forgive, and let go. And so I talk about that in a lot of my videos, and I also speak on that more in the action guide. So what I would like for you to do is go to my website, dawndaresdream.com, and download that website. In order to download the website, you have to register with your email address, and then it will be sent to you, and then you can download it from your email. Because a lot of us have blockages or things that are stopping us from activating the law of attraction in a positive manner, and we don't really understand what they are. And the premise of why I kind of started Dawn Dares to Dream was to share that with you without presenting myself as a law of attraction guru. But I'm finding that it's difficult for me to talk about those things without talking about the law of attraction. So I've decided to take the month of October and just feel my way through some videos and what I'm inspired to talk to you about and deliver that message. Now, I do have a content calendar that I can refer to. So I'm going to refer to that, and I'm going to go with my feelings, and then we're going to see what these videos are all about. Because I believe there are no coincidences, and whoever's watching this video at this time needs this information. And I was to record this video on this day for a reason. Because this was not the original topic for today. But this is what I was led to do, so this is what I'm doing. And we're making that sweet potato cash, so let me go ahead and continue to dice up these onions. And I'm thinking I've done so much talking that the potatoes will probably soften. So after I cut up these onions, I am going to check on the potatoes. No, I'm not going to use any more. This onion was so big, I'm just going to use the half that I've cut up, and that's fine. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to turn the pan on, put a little bit of olive oil in it, and I'm going to put this bacon in there because I want the bacon to cook and crisp up. Remember, excuse me, the onions are making me cry. This original recipe called for ham steak diced. I don't have ham steak, and neither was I going to buy ham steak to do this recipe. So I have bacon, and I'm going to add in bacon. You know how much I love my bacon. So I have the olive oil in the pan, and I believe it's heated enough. I'm going to now place the bacon in the pan. And what I did was I took the whole pieces of bacon and I sliced them this way. I didn't want to slice them too thin because I want to really taste them in the hash, but I didn't need whole strips of bacon either. Now I'm using the olive oil and not just putting the bacon in the pan without some type of oil, because I really don't want it to just kind of burn up. I want to really render that fat kind of on a slower pace. So the olive oil is going to help me do that so I can keep a decent sized piece of bacon for the hash. And I told you those potatoes are done. They are nice and soft. Like, look how soft they are. You can just squeeze them. I love sweet potatoes. Now the seasoning for this dish is rather simple. It's the cayenne pepper, cinnamon, and salt and pepper. Rather simple. So, but I think that over medium egg, and you may know over easy. Over easy is more runny than over medium. So I like my stuff over medium. When you have an over easy egg, sometimes the white isn't really cooked all the way. I like my white cooked. So I like mine over medium. So when I go to a restaurant, I say over medium if I'm going to do a fried egg. And so what I'm also going to do, as the bacon cooks up a little bit more, I'm going to add in the onion, and then I'm going to add in the potato, and I'm going to cook the egg in a separate pan on the side, and then place it on top when I'm done. Now, I'm not just having the sweet potato hash with the egg. You know, I love a lot of different breakfast foods. So, you know, I've done a previous video with the waffle. I'm going to do the waffle. I'm going to make some fresh whipped cream, yes, because I love my fresh whipped cream. And I'm going to use that on my waffle. And I believe I'm going to do like a blueberry syrup. But I'm doing half a waffle, and then my mother's going to eat a quarter. I'm going to eat a quarter. Then we'll have the hash, because this is a rather large breakfast. I may not eat until dinner after this. But I do love my breakfast. So I want to get back to just sharing with you my law of attraction experience. So after understanding about the money and law of attraction, how it works, I'll give you another example of how that benefited me. It was around the time of 9/11, and there were a group of, they were either Middle Eastern or they were Indian. I don't know which one. My colleagues, my coworkers, did not want to wait on them. Nobody wanted to wait on them. And so I took them. I volunteered. I mean, I had a friend in college who was from the Middle East. He was not a terrorist. He's no longer with us. He had cancer, got cancer when he was in his 20s and passed away. He was actually from Dubai. But I didn't know what Dubai was back then. But that's the funny thing is, I meet all kinds of people from all places, all walks of life, and you just don't know who anyone is. So again, I needed money. And that night, no one wanted to take them. So I took them, and I think they tipped me like $150, $200, and by no means was that what I should have been tipped. They gave me that based on the fact that I volunteered to take them, and they were grateful that I took them and I had a good attitude. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who anybody is. And I'm like, y'all missed all this money, and y'all still here in the restaurant at the same time I am, but you didn't want to take the table. But when people don't understand each other, and we have these prejudices, we prejudge individuals, and we discriminate based upon the prejudices, sometimes we can lose out, because you never know who anyone is. So the bacon is looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and toss in the onion into the pan and get that going. And as that cooks up some, then I'll add in the potato. When I add in the potato, I will season the entire dish. Usually I season in layers, but because I have bacon, the bacon has salt already, I don't need to add the salt, because sometimes you need to add salt in layers or you'll get a dish that'll be very bland. But I'm going to go ahead and wait towards the end to add in everything and just let it simmer a little bit with the different spices that are in the added in. But the moral of that story was I needed money. The restaurant actually was pretty slow because things kind of slowed down for a little bit in America after 9/11. And so I wasn't making as much money. So it was a blessing to get that table at the end of the night with that tip. There were other times in that same restaurant where it was extremely slow, and it was an Italian restaurant, but it was more of a California style Italian. It was like Italian with a twist. It was modern Italian food. And so the prices were pretty low because pasta doesn't cost a lot of money. So typically when you go to an Italian restaurant, unless you are ordering the high-end proteins, the prices are pretty low. So we sold a lot of different wine. So what my goal was, and I didn't know a lot about wine back then, but my goal was to get a bottle of wine on everybody's table, because a bottle of wine could take my my ticket up from the $50, $60 range to $100. And I know if I was getting a $100 tab, I probably was going to get $20. So if I had 5 of those tables, then I made $100. You see where I'm coming from? So that was set in my mind, and I don't know how I get this wine on the tables with people, but I would have people would come to my section, they would look, the other servers, and go, how did you do that? And to be honest, I don't know. They was drinking wine, and I said, buy a bottle. If you're going to get 2 glasses, it's cheaper. And you get more wine. That's what I would tell them, literally, because I didn't know anything about wine. So I'm just saying to you, when you are focused on the thing that it is that you need, it's like the tables that I needed to be drawn to me were drawn to me. Other people didn't have any wine on their tables, but I had wine on my tables. But it's also influential. When one table sits down and they're having wine, another one sits down next to the table with the bottle of wine, and it's usually a couple, it's kind of a date kind of thing. They're like, okay, you know, they're influenced just by what they see. And then I suggested and bam, they buy it. But again, I wouldn't be thinking that way if I wasn't concentrating on the thing that I want, and that's what pay my rent. And I wasn't going to be able to pay my rent if all my tabs were $50, $60. Do you understand? So, but that's how the law of attraction works. It opens your mind, and then you begin to take action on things that you wouldn't normally do. It's literally just that simple. It's just that simplistic. The thing that we focus on the most is what we will receive. And I was focused on selling those bottles of wine. So the law of attraction is meant to open your mind. It changes your mindset about things. I'm going to go into later in the month more about how it impacts your mindset and how it makes you feel differently about things and how you see the world and your environment in a different manner. Today, I just kind of wanted to warm you up a little bit and just say it's not mystical, it's practical. And if it can work for me, then it can work for you. And it's just that simple. So this is coming along pretty well, as you can see in there. So I am going to add in some of or all of the sweet potatoes. And then we're going to season it up. So we're going to salt it a little bit. We're going to add in some pepper, some black pepper. We're going to do the ground cinnamon. And then we're going to do the cayenne pepper. And now the goal is to kind of crisp up the outside of the potatoes. So we're almost done here. I just need to cook the eggs, and my mother wants her egg over hard. I'm going to do mine over medium, and I'm also going to make, like I told you, some waffle. The waffle maker warming up behind me, or I mean behind you, so that can get going, and then I can just sit down and eat. Well, dreamers, we're all done. Check out my sweet potato hash with that over medium egg on top. I can't wait to dig in. And also remember, I am having a waffle with this as well. Maybe like a quarter of a round waffle I'm gonna have as well, because I love my waffles. Now, remember to leave me a comment on this video if you have any questions about the topic or the sweet potato hash. Also, share this to your social media platform. There's a share button down here. It has an arrow. Click on that and you can share this video to Facebook. And for all those dreamers who have not subscribed yet, my face is up here in the circle. I need you to click on my face, click on the gray bell, select all, and that way you'll be notified to all the new content that's placed up here to YouTube. And one more thing, I do have the key to activating the law of attraction action guide is available on my website. So go to dawndaresdream.com, scroll down to the bottom, and you can register with your email. We will send it to you and you can download the action guide. It's some really good stuff in there, and it's really going to help you if you're having issues implementing the law of attraction in your life. And I hope my message came across clear today and you understand my heart and my intent. My goal is not to force anything down your throat, but to open your mind to a new concept or idea if you have never heard of the law of attraction or thought about it from my perspective. So you have a great day, dreamers.